We have another round of great games on sale at all-time low prices here on the Nintendo eShop. Welcome everyone. In today's video, we'll check out games from several different genres, so there should be something for everyone, and with prices at an all-time low, you can shop with confidence knowing you're getting a good deal. Thanks as always for hanging out, and with that said, we'll go ahead and dive in. Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion is a comedic top-down action-adventure game with a download around 340 megabytes. It offers about 3 to 4 hours of gameplay, where we play as a turnip who was recently evicted for not paying his taxes. From there, we go on a quest to pay off our debt. You'll have to solve puzzles and defeat enemies along the way, and right now you can pick it up at an all-time low, marked down to just $5.09 with the deal ending on the 18th. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 is a Castlevania-inspired 2D platformer that gives us about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay, with a good bit of replay value as it does reward you for playing through a couple of times. On top of that, the second game here in the series added in local co-op for 2 players as well, and does let you play through the game a few different ways. It has a download just over 100 megabytes, and the sequel offers an even better experience versus the first game, and the first one was already a masterpiece in my opinion. Right now you can pick up part 2 for just $5.99, marked down 60% to a new low, and the deal ends on the 15th. Lamentum is a top-down survival horror game with a download around 2 gigs, and it gives us about 6 to 8 hours of gameplay. The story follows a young man as he desperately searches for a cure to a deadly disease that's slowly killing his wife. It was inspired by classics like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. It takes place inside of an old mansion in New England, and of course you'll have to survive and solve puzzles to progress through the story. Right now it's on sale at an all-time low, marked down to just $6.39 with the deal ending on the 15th. Blue Fire is a 3D action platform adventure game with a download just over 5 gigs, and it offers roughly 10 hours of gameplay. It has a unique art style and features a fun combat system with creative boss battles. Of course, you can find upgrades for your weapons and armor, and there are a ton of collectibles to keep you busy as well. Right now you can pick it up on sale for just $6.79, marked down 66% with the deal ending on the 18th. Gaiden is a 2D Mega Man-inspired action platformer that offers local co-op for 2 players. It has a download just over 1 gig and offers a ton of replay value. Now with this one you can take on the levels in whatever order you'd like, and each boss battle will grant a new upgrade, plus the game has 4 difficulty settings, so anyone can jump in and play through. The action is fast and the combat feels great, and right now you can pick it up at an all-time low for just $7.49, marked down to half price with the deal ending on the 19th. Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger X is another fast 2D action platformer for 1 player here on the console. The art design and soundtrack are outstanding in this one. The combat is another highlight of course, with incredible boss battles where we acquire new special powers each time we defeat one. Now again, it is a fast-paced game and it can be pretty challenging, so keep that in mind. Right now it's on sale for just $7.49, again marked down to half price with the deal ending on the 15th. Hot Wheels Unleashed is an arcade-style racer that offers online and local multiplayer options. It has a download around 8 gigs, and of course the replay value with a game like this is always going to be through the roof. The online lets you join up with 12 people at a time, while local is limited to just 2. Either way though, the game is a lot of fun here on the console. Now this is the base version, but there is a Game of the Year edition which includes like 30 DLC packs. That version is $13.50, while this one goes for just $7.49. Both are on sale with the deals ending on the 18th. Now if you plan to pick up any of the DLCs at all, go for the Game of the Year edition and just get them all for 1 low price. Helvetii is a 2D action roguelike with a download around 850 megabytes, and it has a main story that will take roughly 3 to 5 hours to complete, but obviously this genre has great replay value, and this game is no exception. The levels are procedurally generated, and you have multiple playable characters with their own playstyle. Now this is another game with an incredible soundtrack that adds to the fun gameplay, and the combat itself lets you combo and juggle enemies, parry attacks, and counter-strike. If you haven't played this one yet, make sure to pick it up before the deal ends on the 16th. Right now it's marked down to half price at just $8.49. Thunder Ray is a single-player Punch-Out inspired arcade boxing game with a unique art style and a download that comes in around 1 gig. Now sadly, the game only offers about an hour of gameplay, and there isn't much replay value. With that said though, it is about as close as we have to a Punch-Out here on the console, and the game is fun overall. The fights themselves are pretty unique, and they did come up with a decent story to drive the game forward. They even added in voice acting to add a bit to the overall immersion, and right now you can pick it up on sale for just $9.74, marked down to an all-time low, with the deal ending on the 17th. The Legend of Tianding is a single-player side-scrolling beat-em-up with a roughly 10-hour story, and it has a download around 2.5 gigs. The game follows a Taiwanese folk hero and features a fun combat system, gorgeous art and animations with locations that are based on real-world places, and a fun card-based minigame within the main game. On top of the main story, they included a boss rush mode as well for even more replay value, and right now you can pick it up at an all-time low, marked down to half price at just $9.99, with the deal ending on the 15th. The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince is a 2D platformer with a fairy tale inspired story that should last roughly 5 to 6 hours, and the download comes in at about 2.3 gigs. It features light puzzle solving and platforming, and the story revolves around two characters that have to work together to make their way through a dark forest. Our main character can actually transform between her princess form and a scary wolf form when needed. It does make for a pretty interesting game, and right now it's on sale for just $9.99, again marked down to half price with the deal ending on the 15th. Creepy Tale Ingrid Penance is a single-player point-and-click adventure game, and it's the third in the series from Sometimes You. This one follows a young girl on her journey through hell. The game has a unique art style, fun puzzles, and it offers multiple endings, plus the game is voice acted as well. Now the art style and some of the imagery in this one can be a bit disturbing, or maybe you'll just find it really cool. Either way though, right now it's on sale for just $6.99, marked down to an all-time low with the deal ending on the 13th. You can expect roughly 5 to 6 hours of gameplay from the pickup. Alright everyone, here are a few other great deals to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright everyone, that wraps up today's video. Thanks as always for hanging out. Take care everyone.